Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Muzickz-Ology. I am your host, Chad Miller. Alright, we are going back to 1990, and back then, New Kids on the Block were all the rage, and while I was a fan of NKOTB, I sort of kind of wanted to be my own independent woman, and thankfully there was an alternative for me, and it stemmed from the cable reboot of the Mickey Mouse Club, and they were starting off their own little pop band, and it came along with a contest where people got to nominate the name for the group and all that kind of stuff, and it ended up being The Party, P-A-R-T-E-Y, which stood for Positive Attitudes Regarding Today's Youths. So The Party, yay, it happened. And it took 5 members from the Mickey Mouse Club, Albert Fields, Chasen Hampton, Dee Dee Magno, Damon Pampolina, and Tiffany Hale. And under Hollywood Records, which was owned by Disney, they started recording and launching music videos, the tours, spots, and all that kind of wonderful stuff, and I became freaking obsessed. Go figure. So the first album, subtitled The Party, came with the debut song Summer Vacation, and what a delight that was. And I only ever heard it on the radio just a few times. I come from the Midwest. At the time I was living in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and I'm assuming The Party was a lot more popular on the West Coast than in the Midwest. But there was a little bit of a trickle over here in the Midwest, and I did hear it a few times on the radio. Other than that, my exposure was just simply on the Disney Channel to see the video. Not even really on MTV at the time, which was slowly getting away from doing music videos at the time. If you can believe that they even did that. It's just weird. I know. But Summer Vacation was the first hit. And then there was I Found Love. I think there was a third one, and why I can't recall it right now, I don't know. I'm going on recollection right now instead of research, because I figured I'm enough of a nerd that I could do this on my own, but apparently I'm not. Or I'm getting too old, one of the two. So yeah, next came, in the meantime, In Between Time in 1991, which was a filler album, and it was basically a whole bunch of covers. Some of them were totally great, and the biggest one happened to be a cover of Dawkins' In My Dreams. And that actually blew up, partially thanks to me, at my local radio station. Uh, and I just I mean, I didn't. Yeah, try not to get too personal into my life at the time of being a teenager, but you know, our all our teenage years were all awkward. But I didn't have much to look forward to, but this was one of them. And so every time that I heard "In My Dreams" by The Party on the radio, I logged it on this board, and I would call the radio station constantly and request it and be like, blah blah blah, yeah, okay, wait 30 minutes, blah blah blah, yeah, wait 30 minutes, blah blah blah, yeah. And I mean, literally, this board was covered every single time that I heard it. The dates, the time, um, it, and if I had the chance to, I had a cassette tape in my stereo to hit record, whether it was at the beginning of the song or whether I just happened to walk in the room and it was playing, that I would just hit it. And yeah, so I had like a whole cassette tape of snippets of "In My Dreams" going. Yeah, yeah. My obsessions are what they are, and if you know me at all, my obsessions continue to this day, um, regardless of whether it's music or it's pop culture or it's comic books or it's movies, characters, whatnot. So, yeah, yeah. In 1992, the album Free dropped and was a killer record. I don't really. Nothing really came off that hit the Midwest, unfortunately. Although I do recall that The Party made an appearance on the TV show Blossom, which was on ABC, which is owned by Disney, which owns the Mickey Mouse Club. So, you know, there was that. I really enjoyed that album. I'm sad to say that nothing really kind of just came off that album that really resonated with the rest of the country, like "In My Dreams" did, or at least what I thought. Yeah. I mean, I was just a kid. I didn't know the spectrum or the industry or anything like that. So in '93, The Party's Over, Thanks for Coming was released. I had no inkling in my head that that was going to be their final album. And once again, nothing really tremendously hot came off that. I still enjoyed it, loved it, and appreciated it. It's it was a wonderful ride for me. It was, while everybody got into the mainstream boy band or pop groups or anything like that, I had The Party. Something that not everybody knew about or was exposed to, or if they were just like, yeah, you know, which was fine because that means I had them all to myself. Excuse me. And in high school, being a closeted gay man, having things to myself that meant something to me was really pivotal. And Dee Dee was my beard, my celebrity beard, let's just say. But I took art class in high school, and everything that I did was party related. And I did some amazing works, and I wish I still had some of them, or had evidence of some of the works that I'd done, because I did some amazing, amazing stuff. In fact, there was like one piece that I was doing that my art teacher was like, you're taking a little too long on this. Can you kind of hurry this up? Or can you have somebody help you out with it? And I was like, no, nobody can help me out with this. Yeah, no, this is my baby. But yeah, and the teen mags, like, all the pictures, like, and the posters, like, forget New Kids on the Block. I mean, my room was covered with pictures of the party. Be it, Albert, Tiffany, Chase, Damon, Dee Dee, the group, just, yeah, it was just, they brought a sense of peace to my life in a day, or in years, I should say, that I was in turmoil. So I want to say thank you to those of you in the party who did what you did just because you did it. It hit me, and it made a huge, huge difference. In 1997, there was a greatest hits album that was released, and nothing else was really brought to the forefront. I think in 2013 there was a bit of a reunion, not a complete reunion. Some new music was recorded. I haven't been able to get my hands on full access to them. I'm trying to remember why. I'm gonna have to investigate, because I really should, because I owe it to them for being so instrumental in my life. So in doing research into this video, I also learned that Tiffany Hale passed away this past Christmas, which is very, very, very sad. It honestly breaks my heart that I knew she wasn't a part of the reunion that took place with the party. I'm not sure as to the reason that she passed. my heart and my love and light goes out to her and her family and the party. So yeah, that kind of brings a somber end to this episode of Muzickz-Ology. If you have any memories of the party, please drop them in the comments below. I would love to hear, because I lived in the Midwest where they weren't so popular. If you have any huge tales of, seeing them in concert or being able to, I don't know, have an experience with them, do let me know. I appreciate it. And or if you just have memories of seeing them on the Mickey Mouse Club, do so in the comments below. I certainly would appreciate that, and thank you for sharing my love of the party. Yes, certainly. Love and light to you all.